What if I told you that motivation isn't some magical feeling that strikes at random moments, but a force you can summon anytime you need it? You can overcome procrastination and skyrocket your productivity, not through sheer willpower, but by mastering a few simple strategies that work every single time. In today's video, we're diving deep into the psychology of motivation, the science of productivity, and how you can rewire your brain to achieve more than you ever thought possible. Motivation, procrastination, and productivity, three forces that seem to control our lives. We often feel like motivation is elusive, only showing up when it wants to, while procrastination creeps in, causing us to delay what's important. But what if you could take control of these forces and become the master of your time and energy? In this video, we're going to explore the roots of motivation and the reasons why we procrastinate, and more importantly, how to crush that procrastination for good. Whether you're struggling with getting started on a new project, finding the energy to work on your personal goals, or just trying to stay productive in your day-to-day life, this video will give you the practical tools you need. Let's start with motivation. Most people think motivation is something you either have or don't have. You might say, "I'm just not feeling motivated today," or "I need to wait until I'm motivated to start." But here's the secret. Motivation isn't a feeling, it's a process. It's something you can generate, and the more you understand how it works, the easier it becomes to call on it whenever you need it. Psychologists have identified two main types of motivation: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation comes from within. It's when you do something because it's inherently rewarding. Think of a hobby you love or a passion project you're working on. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, comes from external rewards, like money, praise, or recognition. Here's where it gets interesting. Studies show that while both types of motivation are powerful, intrinsic motivation tends to lead to greater long-term satisfaction and productivity. Why? Because when you're motivated by something deeper, by a sense of purpose or personal satisfaction, you're less likely to give up when things get tough. Now you might be thinking, okay, I get it, but I still don't feel like doing anything. That's where most people get stuck, believing that if they just had more willpower, they could push through. But here's the truth. Willpower is a limited resource. Researchers have found that willpower works like a muscle. It gets tired the more you use it throughout the day. This explains why it's so easy to procrastinate after a long day at work or school. The key isn't to rely on willpower, but to set up your environment and habits in a way that reduces the need for it. This brings us to our next point: how to overcome procrastination. But why do we procrastinate? Procrastination isn't about being lazy. It's about avoiding something because it triggers discomfort. Whether it's fear of failure, fear of success, or simply not knowing where to start, the brain seeks to avoid discomfort at all costs. The irony is that procrastination only creates more stress, and we end up stuck in a loop of avoiding the very tasks that could make us feel accomplished. The solution? Break the cycle by understanding what's really going on. When you catch yourself procrastinating, pause and ask, what am I avoiding right now? What am I afraid of? Often, just recognizing the fear behind procrastination is enough to disarm it. Small wins, big results. Here's one of the most powerful techniques for defeating procrastination. Focus on small wins. The human brain loves progress. Every time you make a small amount of progress on something, your brain releases dopamine, a chemical that makes you feel good and encourages you to keep going. Instead of focusing on the overwhelming goal ahead, break your tasks down into smaller, more manageable steps. Let's say you're working on a big project for work or school. Rather than thinking about the entire project, focus on one small part. Maybe it's just writing the first sentence of a report or organizing your notes. Once you complete that small step, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment, and that momentum will carry you forward. Remember, productivity is all about consistency, not intensity. You don't need to spend hours grinding away to be productive. In fact, studies show that working in short bursts, like the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break, can significantly boost your focus and output. The power of habits. If you want to be consistently productive, you need to develop strong habits. Motivation can get you started, but it's your habits that will keep you going. Think about it. Habits are behaviors that become automatic. You don't need to muster up motivation to brush your teeth every day because it's ingrained in your routine. The same principle applies to productivity. Start by building small, consistent habits that lead to big results over time. For example, If you want to start writing every day, commit to writing just 100 words a day. It might seem small, but over time it adds up. One of the most effective ways to build habits is by using a method called habit stacking, which is when you attach a new habit to an existing one. Let's say you want to start journaling every morning. If you already have a habit of making coffee, you can stack journaling onto that routine. Every time you make coffee, you sit down and write for 5 minutes. Over time, the new habit becomes as automatic as the old one. Mindset matters. Let's talk about mindset. Your mindset plays a huge role in how motivated and productive you are. If you have a fixed mindset, you believe that your abilities and intelligence are set in stone, so you're less likely to push yourself when things get tough. But if you have a growth mindset, you see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Developing a growth mindset is crucial for overcoming procrastination and staying productive. When you believe that you can improve with effort, you're more likely to persevere through difficult tasks instead of giving up or avoiding them. Here's a practical tip. Whenever you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good at this," reframe it by adding the word "yet." For example, instead of saying, "I'm not good at public speaking," say, "I'm not good at public speaking yet." This small shift in language can make a huge difference in how you approach challenges. Energy management over time. Management. Most productivity advice focuses on time management, but what if we're approaching it the wrong way? Instead of managing your time, focus on managing your energy. Time is a fixed resource, but energy fluctuates throughout the day. Pay attention to your energy levels. When do you feel most alert and focused? For many people, this is in the morning. Use your high energy periods for tasks that require deep focus, like writing, problem solving, or creative work. Save the low energy tasks, like answering emails or organizing your workspace, for times when your energy dips. By aligning your tasks with your energy levels, you'll be able to get more done in less time and avoid burnout. Conclusion. Motivation isn't something you wait for, it's something you create. By understanding the psychology behind motivation, procrastination, and productivity, you can take control of your time and energy like never before. Start by breaking your tasks into small, manageable steps, build strong habits, and shift your mindset toward growth. And remember, it's not about how much time you have, it's about how you use the energy you have. If you enjoyed this video and found these tips helpful, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content on personal development, productivity, and mastering the psychology of success. And in the comments, let me know what strategies you're going to implement to boost your motivation and productivity today.